All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 684. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, I didn't come up with anything to say. Wombat!
Yay! How's it going?
Tuesday, I forgot.
I know.
Different night. We're out of our element.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
Can I start with the humble brag?
Sure.
The shirt I'm wearing
Yes.
didn't fit me last year.
Wow.
I couldn't close it last year.
Stand up. I want to see. Or move
I'm
back
not
a little.
standing up.
How about roll back a little?
I'm still a fat guy.
Oh. We can't see the bottom? No, look good. That's great. Congratulations. Mazel tov.
Yes, when I lean forward, you don't see belly. So there you go.
Win-win.
Yeah.
All win. You can new clothes and less belly.
Well, old clothes.
But new
less
for you.
belly. Yeah, new now.
New belly. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Old
exactly.
clothes.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's
I like
the
this
combo.
shirt a lot, so I'm glad it fits again.
What kind of shirt is that?
It's got octopuses on it. Octopi.
That's what it is.
It's
Okay.
covered in octopi. It's like summery, but it's not quite. It's not quite a Hawaiian t-shirt, but festive for a show. It's a good pool shirt.
Pool shirt. Yes.
Pool shirt.
Perfect.
Speaking of pool shirts,
Yes.
so we got another pool for this summer.
Another disposable pool.
You have two pools now?
No, we gave the other pool to family friends. It's because, as for those who do not recall, last summer, whilst we were all quarantined, we got one of those Inatex 12-foot round by 3 feet deep pools. So,
Like a pizza.
Like a pizza. 12 feet round, 3 feet deep. Nothing
Pan
gigantic, but it was fun and it was nice to have in the backyard. And we decided to, well, not me. I just happened to be home when my wife came back home with the giant 200-pound box that had the new 16 by 4 foot pool.
You upgraded.
Yeah, we upgraded one size. So now we have a 16-foot pool as opposed to a 12-foot pool. We put it together on Sunday.
Are you
We're
saying
in the
your wife
process.
impulse bought a pool?
My wife impulse bought a pool because Target had it, and to find those pools at retail price is still nearly impossible. They charge a markup like, the resellers on Amazon that charge three times as much. Yeah. So why not? What am I going to, well, first of all, what am I going to do? Say no, return it.
Can you jump out of the second story of your house into the pool?
I don't have a second story on my house.
So,
So
no.
the answer is no.
How about the roof?
I could probably jump off the roof and no, I would probably break my neck.
It's 4 feet.
It's 4 feet deep. It's not giant. We're not I call it a white trash pool. It's a perfectly suitable white trash pool for the backyard for the summer.
Right.
It'll be fun for everyone in the family to kind of like lay in a water hammock and drink some drinks.
Drink.
It's a
be good
water
fun.
hammock.
A water hammock it's like mesh in the middle, but floaties on the ends.
Oh, this is a real
So
thing. I thought you were
lay in the mesh, and it kind of you actually kind of feel like you're in the water, but you're not like sinking. Obviously,
I
like
thought you were.
your head is still above water.
I thought because your pool was so shallow, you were just referring to it as a water hammock. But no, there's an actual thing called a water hammock. I've learned something.
That's an actual thing.
That's great. I don't have that.
Yeah, it should be fun. I hope.
It should be fun. I hope it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pool.
It's
That
a
would suck
pool.
if it wasn't fun.
Well, I know.
Don't blow
It even has a ladder. This one comes with a ladder, unlike last year's pool, which was just like, I don't know. You
You
figure
just
it out.
fall in. You just take a running stab at it and fall over the side.
Right. That's how you're on your own getting into the pool and out.
This one came with a little ladder
Look.
that we had to build.
You got a pool. If you want to figure out how to get in and out, that's you're on your own time. You're only paying like $175 at Target.
Exactly.
So how did you get in? Did you put something to step on last year? I'm interested in how you got in over, like, I'm assuming what was like a 4 foot tall wall around.
No, the wall itself was only 3 feet. So the water was probably like 2 feet 10 inches.
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then
That's like a water hammock.
I was able to like maneuver myself over that. But you need a ladder. Now you need a ladder. We can't maneuver ourselves over this. It's not full yet. It's been about 2 days. It'll probably take a third day to fill it up with water. And that'll be that.
Updates. You know what you should do? Oh, this is perfect. And we have a news item about this later in the show. You can, now that you have a pool, you're allowed on Twitch to stream yourself in a bathing suit. So I think, and I see a lot of streamers making a big money.
You know who's not going to do that? Me.
Big money.
It's okay.
You get some weights. You do supernatural. Well, you can't because it doesn't work outside during the day.
Outside during the day.
Right. Nighttime.
Yeah.
After hours with Wombat, topless.
But basically,
in his
the plan for the summer is to just never leave the backyard.
Topless. Topless.
Mm-hmm.
TOPLESS.
It's almost
topless.
ready. Yeah. It's not quite a cabin in the woods, but it'll do.
That's right. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So in my backyard, I've got I've got something else going on. The raccoons are back, and they're big, and they're tearing up my lawn. So I've come up with, using technology, I'm trying to find a solution, because people are saying that it's grubs. They're coming and they're eating your grubs or whatever that is. So I looked up grubs, and if you have grubs, they fuck up your whole lawn. Like, it makes your lawn look shitty.
The raccoons are helping you.
So, but I don't have grubs because my lawn only looks shitty because the raccoons are eating it, not because of the grubs. The rest of the lawn looks fine.
Why are the raccoons eating your grass? It doesn't make sense.
They're making a hole in it, and they're eating bugs in it, I think, is what they're doing. I don't think they're grubs necessarily. I think they're just
Can't you just leave out a trash can?
Do you have voles? Maybe it's voles that the raccoons are eating.
Voles with a V?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a fancy mole.
Yeah, it's a fancy mole.
Oh.
It's a mole from Russia.
Are they small? Like little? Because the holes aren't that big.
They're little.
Yeah, they're like this big.
They're cute.
Wait, move your hand around, Wombat. I can't see it. It's like 3 inches. The
They're
holes aren't that big, though, maybe. Sometimes they are, but sometimes
they
not.
don't go in sideways. They go in.
They're not deep, though. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so my idea was I have the smart sprinkler, and I got the Ring camera. And I thought, like, if I could figure out a way to get that going together, maybe I could have the sprinkler go off when the camera detects the raccoons at a certain time. And it turns out you can do that with, if this, then that. And you sign up for their pro subscription. You can, like, make fancy shit happen and use JavaScript to have the times and everything. Anyway, in theory, this is totally going to work. But right now, like, there's like sometimes it works instantly, and sometimes there's like a 3-hour delay. So we're trying to figure out.
You know what you do? You get a raccoon trap.
I'm not doing that.
You put the bait in, and you trap one raccoon, and you leave the trapped raccoon right in the middle of the yard, so the other raccoons know, don't fuck with that house.
I feel like that's going to piss them off.
Unless they want to come by and visit Papa. Oh, Papa!
Right. Give me some food. We have some food. We have some food for you. So I know one of my neighbors.
A little cup on the side.
One of my neighbors took like a flying squirrel or something, and he like trapped it because it was like coming into his house somehow, and he trapped it, and then he put it in his car and drove away like far, and the thing came back to his house. So because I've seen some people do that with raccoons. They actually put them in traps and they drive them out to the woods or something and let them go. Like, I'm not doing that. Like I'm not getting that close. These things are big. They're like dogs, They're like dog size. I saw one I was taking a shower last night after table tennis. I was playing table tennis in my backyard till like 9:00. I get in the shower like right after. I think the raccoon was just waiting for me to finish playing table tennis, and he's immediately there. And I'm in the shower and I'm tapping on the window. I see the light. I have motion sensitive lights now in the backyard, so I can get better video footage. And I don't know, hoping it would scare away the raccoons. They don't seem too bothered. Some of them seem bothered by the lights, but not that much. I still have holes in my backyard.
And you have a bat box, right? That doesn't help.
The bats aren't going to fuck with the raccoons, are they?
I don't know. They might. They might scare the raccoons away.
They're like, I don't know. They work together to fuck up my shit.
Okay, I'm just thinking out loud here.
No, bats are going to eat the mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
I need something to eat the raccoons. And you know what? My neighbor told me.
Get a dog.
Not doing that. My neighbor told me that they put out food for the raccoons. You think
that's nice of them?
But do you think that's like the raccoons are going to the neighbor's house, getting like a nice meal, and then they're coming to my lawn for just like some insect dessert or moles or something? Like maybe they didn't get their fill.
So is this the same neighbor that's dropping rocks in your backyard?
No, different neighbor. This is my 94-year-old neighbor or something like that.
She's purposely feeding the raccoons?
They're a married couple. They are purposely feeding the raccoons. I think their philosophy is if we feed the raccoons, they won't knock over our garbage cans.
Huh.
I mean, I just put the bungee cord on the garbage can, and that
I would think that's just going to attract more raccoons.
Yeah, I would think so too. But
I'm just saying, we haven't had a raccoon in the backyard since we got the dog.
But what if I start pissing in the backyard? What if I start pissing and shitting in the backyard? Could that have a similar effect?
It might have a similar effect. I mean, there's probably some sort of musk you can get if you really wanted to look into it to keep raccoons away. I bet they sell that.
Elon or Kimball?
Then Cheapy just sprays that all over himself. Is that how that works?
I'm counting on my if this then that protocol, my Raccoon Defense Force protocol.
Of course, you got to out technology the raccoons. I think everybody knows that.
You can run the sprinkler for 1 minute, and it makes a huge noise when it comes.
He's going to walk outside, and the sprinkler's going to be on, and he's going to see raccoons in little bathing suits.
They're going to be like
little brushes, scrubbing themselves.
Right. It's not a 4-foot pool, but it's a water park. I feel like once I get
little thumbs, they're gonna be like, "Hey, thanks, man."
My goal.
Thanks for the shower.
My goal is just to get good lit video footage of raccoons being scared by sprinklers. That's what I want. Is that too much? And them to not eat my lawn.
They're gonna care. I think they're gonna just like look at it, and then they're just gonna like go like, well, I guess I'm wet now.
Yeah,
right.
You know what raccoons are familiar with? Rain.
But
you know
the
what
noise.
happens when it rains and you're a raccoon? Do you know what happens when it rains? Yeah, you get wet. They get wet.
But it makes a hissing sound when the air comes out of the sprinkler. When you first fire it up. It's pretty scary. Like I did catch a squirrel getting scared by it.
You know what I've never seen? A raccoon scared by a snake. I think a raccoon could take a snake. So a raccoon's gonna hear and it's gonna go, ooh, snake snacks.
Yes. One of the listeners on Twitter told me he didn't think it was gonna work because he found a raccoon in his backyard and he tried to like chase it away, and then the raccoon started chasing him, and the raccoon was holding actually some cat food that he had stolen from the guy's house or shed or whatever, and was chasing the guy while holding the cat food. Like up on two legs, like, and he said he was fast too. So I don't know. Maybe what about like? Hasn't anybody invented like an automated sentinel that could just like stays charged up in your backyard, and when the raccoons come, it rolls out and just it could either like give them a little
like
shock.
Like the thing at Stop and Shop.
Yeah, like the thing at Stop and Shop, but more menacing. Like Marty, but like more compact, waterproof, like tread. I'm thinking tank treads, and I'm thinking like cattle prod.
So if you're just concerned with the raccoons, I think you could get one of those drone lawnmowers. It's like the Roomba of lawnmowers.
Okay.
Oh, and then you could run it down, and you'll go.
And you could just have that. You could just be mowing your yard at night. I'm sure your neighbors would love it.
Yes, I think running the sprinkler for 1 minute is
what
preferable.
If you just mowed for like a minute?
Is it electric or?
Yeah, it's a Roomba.
Oh, so it's probably quiet. I heard one of my neighbors.
It's a Roomba lawnmower.
We went for a walk the other day, and I saw a guy with an electric lawnmower. I never seen that before. It was really quiet. I was impressed. I don't have much lawn to mow. Anyway, so yeah, I got the raccoon issue. I'll let you know if
if none of this works.
Yes.
My final recommendation:
move
a dome.
A dome, or just dig up the lawn. We don't use the lawn for anything anyway. Like it's pointless.
Just pave it over.
Yeah,
you can make it like a ping pong court.
Exactly, another ping pong court. A bigger one.
Or skate park.
Skate park, also a good idea. Because the lawn, we can't even do anything with our lawn because if you try to kick a ball or throw a ball, it could just easily go down a hill and you'll never see it again.
You've already got the concrete.
We have some concrete. It's coming down. They were pouring concrete today, actually. I try not to look. I just try not to look. I don't know. There's some show feedback about the concrete, but we'll get to that. I have to ask you an important question first.
Okay.
Since everybody's in this Zoom meeting is vaccinated, I noticed on the Orange Theory Instagram yesterday, they announced that if you are vaccinated, you no longer need to wear a mask when you come to Orange Theory. Now, they will not be asking for any proof of your vaccination. They will
no, fuck that.
They will be asking people if they've been vaccinated, and maybe there's some more specific questions about it, like where did you do it? I don't know, but I know they're not going to be asking for cards. So Wombat says fuck that.
Well, here's the thing. In New York,
Yes.
there's such a thing called the Excelsior Pass. Did you download yours?
Excelsior. No. What does that do for me?
I'll try to hold it up to the camera without showing too much.
Excelsior Pass. I can't see. What is
Can't
it?
see anything.
What is it? Just tell us what it is.
It's an app that's done by the state, and it's basically a card that shows that you're vaccinated, and it can be scanned in certain like medical locations also to show what your vaccination was and when you got it and all that fun stuff. But it's proof of vaccination that you keep on your phone. And there are certain places in New York that are already saying when you come in, you either need to bring your card, the physical card that I have,
Right.
or just show the app. So if they're not, so the fact that this is a business in New York,
Yes.
that can't even just say, well, it just at minimum show us the app.
But it's easier just to show the card. Why even have to show an app? I have a card in my wallet.
I feel like it's easier to show an app than a card, but it doesn't matter. Even either or. I think it's easier to open the app.
I think the idea is they know they can ask for proof, but they're choosing not to.
That's what I mean. They're choosing not to because they just don't want people to wear masks, I guess. But that's just asking for someone.
I don't know that it's that.
Right.
I think it's they just don't want to upset people.
That's what I mean. So what?
Same thing.
So what?
They don't want
You're
the
gonna
Karens
upset people.
and Kevins. What's the male Karen? Is Kevin?
I don't know. Good enough.
Ken? Yeah.
Then everyone should still wear a mask. They're afraid that the people are gonna lie or complain. Why does he get to and I don't get to? That's some bullshit.
No, it's people complaining that why should they need to show it? That's what the complaints are.
I'm not a sheep.
Right?
I'm free. Why do I have to show you my papers?
Right. It's like they're gonna
because there's a pandemic. It's I don't care.
Well, I know you don't care, but you're not running.
I'm saying
Orange
I don't
Theory.
care that these people are going to complain. And if a business cares that much, then they need to just say, then everyone needs to keep wearing a mask.
I don't mind. Well, they don't need to do that.
I don't think they need to do that.
I think they need to err on the side of safety.
But the idea is,
you don't run the companies.
I know I don't run the companies. I'm saying I wouldn't go to Orange Theory.
You're not going to
knowing that
already.
As soon as you found out there's no drinks there, there's no orange slushies there, you were totally not interested.
If I was cheapy, I would not go because it's not safe.
Are you saying even with a mask? Even with a mask, I shouldn't go?
I don't know. It's a tough choice because there's going to be people.
I'm vaccinated though. I'll be vaccinated. I'm not going to get sick.
Vaccinated.
I'm not going to get sick.
He's getting the other people sick.
Is your son vaccinated yet?
No, but we were appointed. We got appointments rather.
Then until he's vaccinated and fully vaccinated, you should either wear a mask at Orange Theory or not go.
I don't mind wearing the mask because I'm feel like I'm being tortured anyway, and at least the coaches can't see the look of torture on my face because I've had the coaches.
There's going to be people in that class line.
Probably
because there's going to be people in that class line because this is Long Island and it's the land of people who believe that they're better than everyone else. So
that's where you live, right?
Yeah, it's where I live.
Okay.
I don't know.
People are going to be lying. So you need to make a decision yourself. Do I want to make sure that my family is safe? Yes, you.
No, just
so
do
it's
it.
your choice. Do I? Because now it's all on you.
Why am I so fired up about this?
Because it really pisses me off that they're not asking for proof. I think it's irresponsible. I think it's dangerous, and people will die. There is no middle ground.
Wait, who's
allowing? Yes.
What if everybody's vaccinated? How are we gonna? Are we all gonna die?
Because not everyone is vaccinated.
But what if we are though?
Then they need to prove it. Show your goddamn card.
I think a lot of people here are vaccinated.
It's real easy to show a card. If not everyone is vaccinated and people who are not vaccinated are going to lie, they are not going to wear their masks. They're going to be in that class with someone that is carrying that disease and they will die. That is how this thing works.
Though, the same people who are going to lie about that would just get a counterfeit, whatever they need to show if they truly wanted to do that.
Yes, I know that they're the counterfeit CDC cards, but I mean, it's a step. At least it's something. To just do nothing, I think, is irresponsible and dangerous, and I would never step foot in that establishment again.
At least you're not taking an extreme stance. I don't know what I'll do. I don't mind wearing the mask. The coach once told me that I make ridiculous faces during the workout and made me feel pretty self-conscious. I mean, it didn't make me feel self-conscious because I had those mirrors there, so I fucking know. I'm aware. But so if people can't see me, like, and I can burp like really much freer with a mask on. Like people don't know like what's going on. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm going to go on Friday, so I got some time.
You're gonna wear a mask?
I'm going to think about it. I got some time.
You have an unvaccinated child at home, I'd wear a mask.
He's not gonna.
I'm just saying, he's your son, not mine.
I know.
It's up to you if you want him to, I don't know, see college or not.
A lot of 13-year-olds getting very sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they are
enough.
Okay,
enough where I wouldn't risk it. I'm just saying.
I know. Okay, I will think about it. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry.
It does. It upsets
It
me very
did
much.
upset you. You know, the Instagram. I was expecting people to flip out on the Instagram post, but people would just ask, like, "Oh, you're not going to ask for any proof?" And they were like, "Nope." And there was like no follow up. Anyway, let's do some show feedback so you can settle down, Wombat.
Gota, Gota says, Cheapy, it's time to feed the effing rage. Why would anyone put up with this? You let a neighbor walk all over you and it's not going to stop.
Everybody's very extreme, I'm noticing.
Yep. Then he goes on to talk about his own story with a neighbor in his yard. I actually like this story. Years ago, we had a new neighbor and suddenly there was a tree guy in my yard looking at trees to cut down. The new neighbor said it was interfering with his view. He was from Florida and said that is normal down there. He learned that it isn't normal in the Northeast and learned that we weren't the only neighbors whose property the tree guy was about to work on without permission. Stand up for yourself before you get an oops as a heavy concrete bowling ball or tree or something else crashes into your house. Living in Japan made you way too polite. So have there been any incidents with the backdoor neighbor?
No. There's no more incidents. They did start working again this week. They're digging up, but no more incidents. I'm not looking. Why are people looking to start feuds with their neighbors? Like, don't you want to de-escalate the situation?
I'll tell you what. If I woke up in the morning and there was a man in my backyard getting ready to cut down a tree that I didn't ask to get cut down,
yes,
I would freak out.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's different. His story is a whole different ball of wax. There was someone on his
I would
property.
go out and talk to them.
Yes.
Yes. No, I would tell the man about to cut down my tree, no, and please leave. And I'm sure he would say, okay, I'm sorry to bother you. And I would say, no problem, just get out. And then I would go to the neighbor and be like, what the fuck is your problem?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to go to my neighbor and say, what the fuck is your problem? Because something fell onto my property. Like there was no damage. There was no harm done. It was, could they have been safer about it? Yes. Could there be some problem in the near future? Yes, but I let them know about it. And like these guys just moved in.
Did you at least ask them to buy you a helmet?
I didn't. Look, let's put it this way. I'm not going to be sitting in my chairs.
You know what it is? You got lucky because there was no damage.
What if you had them work at night?
To scare the raccoons away.
Yeah.
It's not allowed.
Raccoons don't like concrete footers.
It's not
throw it at them.
Unfortunately, there are hours set that you have to do your construction during, and it's
this guy doesn't seem to care.
he's Anyway, the point is, I'm not looking to start fights with people. If it gets to the point where it's ridiculous, like if something happens again, then we're gonna have a talking about it.
That's the question. The
of
question
course.
Is, has anything happened?
No,
since?
Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened.
That's all I wanted to know.
That's all. I appreciate everybody's concern, but everything's okay now. And I'm not, look, let's put it this way. When they're digging up there, I'm not sitting in my chairs out in the backyard where that fucking thing fell like 2 feet from. I'll wait until they're done for the day before I sit out there.
if something else fell and hit your chairs, then chairs broke.
Yes.
Would you send the guy a bill for the chairs?
I wouldn't send him a bill. I would go up and just tell him I need new chairs.
How do you send bills?
I don't know.
Via the mail.
Metaphorically send him a bill
I would
for
talk
the
to the man.
Sorry, I forgot I was talking to the
These
literal
people
duo.
are not assholes. They're trying to build the backyard for themselves, and like they're not looking to fuck my shit up. And of course, if something got damaged, I'm sure they would pay for it. I'm sure they would insist on it. Like, I don't know, like where you live, Wombat, but people are not looking to like break stuff willingly and then be like, well, it's not my problem. I broke it just because my part of my house fell on your property and broke your chairs. Those are your chairs. That's your property. Once it falls off my house onto your property, that's your property. So it's your property breaking your property.
I think, you know what? I have some neighbors where I think that might be the case, but others where it wouldn't. I think that's a per neighbor situation.
Right. See, I don't know. I also feel like I'm significantly larger than all my neighbors, and for all they know, I'm a skinhead. Like I'm just like a tall skinhead who moved here or something, and I could cut him or something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone thinks that.
They don't.
No.
In Japan, they thought like I was in the army at least because like I had the shaved head, and they thought there's army bases in Japan for American armies.
Yes, that is a reason why Americans are in Japan.
So
it's like a top 5 reason for an American to be in Japan for more than a week.
Well, if you're in like Okinawa, it is like all the people there are like there's major bases there. So every time like I was in public, people would look at me.
Major bases is one of the military officers that I like a lot.
Major bases.
Major bases.
Anyway, there's more show feedback here, Wombat. Let's move on.
Crazy Ad 8 has to say, me and my girlfriend had a low dose edible while watching Elon Musk on SNL, and we were laughing our asses off. Wombat, after 25 years of SNL and New York finally legalizing weed, I suggest that you give that a try. It will improve the show tenfold. I'm sure it'll improve every show tenfold if I'm looking to laugh at stuff. But then I'm not laughing at the show anymore.
The best thing about this post is that it assumes that because you've watched SNL for 25 years that you need some sort of drug at this point. It's forced you to this point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I guess that's what it takes to make Elon a good actor. Make his comedic timing on point.
There were also some people that were upset that we didn't mention that there was a Wario sketch on that SNL. There was a Wario sketch on that SNL.
You're the one who watched it. You're the one who watched every sketch since 1985.
Pretty much.
Did you, Michael Che was on Howard Stern today, and it was a very good interview.
I watched 2 episodes of his show.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it was funny.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Ellen Cleghorn is old. She was a regular on SNL in the early 90s, and she played his mom in one of the sketches. And it was weird because I don't think I've seen her on TV since 1993. And when there's that weird gap of 30 years, you're like, wait, that person looks familiar. You ever happen to you?
Justine Bateman.
Yeah, that's another good
example. She has like an eating disorder or something, I think.
Yes.
She had some other issue.
No.
Speaking of issues, May is Make NF Visible Month. This is a very big issue, and we are raising money and awareness for the Children's Tumor Foundation all month long. This is our 3rd show. So you guys probably know already all about neurofibromatosis, and maybe you can even pronounce it as adeptly as I can. Right, Wombat?
Yes.
Say it.
Neurofibromatosis.
No, really. Let me hear you say it.
It is.
It's hard.
You don't have it on the outline.
It is. It's right there. It's the first word.
Oh, it is the first word. I'm reading the bold.
Shipwreck did it. I want
neurofibromatosis.
It's hard. So
neurofibromatosis?
Most people, yes, that's correct. Most people call it NF, though. It's an under-recognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to form on nerves throughout the body. And those tumors can cause disfigurement, pain, cancer, blindness, all kinds of horrible things. It affects millions of people worldwide, and we're raising money and awareness. So we got a raffle going right now. If you go to tinyurl.com/CTF21, for every $5 you donate, you'll get a 1 raffle entry. You can win a $100 gift card to the retailer of your choice. And we've got a couple $50 donations in just now. One is from The GFB, he says, love the CAGcast, love you guys, and happy to donate to such a worthy cause. And Roland13X donated 50, and he says, love you guys, thrilled you're finally discovering good VR. Now please talk more about some awesome Apple Arcade games. Again, that's tinyurl.com/CTF21. We're up to almost $800. So yeah, we're on our way to our goal of 1,000. So thank you very much.